Okay, as a security researcher, part of my job is to shine a very bright light on critical threats. And today, we're diving into the December 2025 Android Security Bulletin. Now look, this is not just some routine update. This is an emergency response to very real threats that are targeting millions of people as we speak.
And trust me, that is not an exaggeration. When the U.S. government's top cybersecurity agency, CISA, puts out a warning this direct, it's because the threat isn't just a what if. It's happening right now. It's in the wild.
So this is the number that really matters right now. 2. Out of more than 100 fixes, there are 2 specific security flaws being actively used by attackers. These are what we call 0 days, because defenders had literally 0 days warning before they were weaponized. And they are exactly why we're talking about this today.
So what really makes this an emergency? Well, it's not about a potential risk. It's about an active attack campaign that is exploiting holes that, until right now, you and I had no defense against. And the scale here is just massive. I mean, this one bulletin patched 107 different issues. But our focus has to be on these 2 high-severity flaws that affect a huge range of devices. We're talking everything from Android 13 all the way up to the latest Android 16. If your device falls in that range, you absolutely need to listen up.
All right, so how do these attacks actually work? Let's break down the anatomy of what's happening here because, understanding the mechanics is really the key to appreciating just how dangerous this is.
What's so clever and so dangerous about this is how these 2 vulnerabilities work together. It's like a 2-stage heist. The first flaw lets an attacker peek through the window to see all your private data. And the second one? Well, that gives them the master key to your entire device. So let's dig in a little bit on that first flaw, CVE 2025-4863. It's basically a logic error in a specific system file. This little mistake allows a malicious app to completely bypass the Android sandbox, tricking the system into giving it device owner powers. And from there, it can just start pulling sensitive data right out of your device's memory.
Now the second flaw, CVE 2025-48572, is just as bad. This one is a permissions bypass. It lets a bad app launch activities in the background without you ever seeing a thing. This is that master key we were talking about. It takes a regular app and elevates it into a super powerful system process.
And this is how it all comes together. Attackers chain these 2 flaws together into one devastating attack. It all starts with you installing what looks like a harmless app. Behind the scenes, that app uses the first flaw to sniff out sensitive info. And then it uses the second one to take over the whole system. The endgame? Total device compromise, usually for things like spying or data theft.
Now, once these attacks were discovered, it kicked off this incredible, global, coordinated response. We call this process Coordinated Vulnerability Disclosure, or CVD. And honestly, it's a race against time between the good guys trying to patch things and the bad guys trying to exploit them.
And you can see that race right here on this timeline. It all started back in November, with private warnings going out to manufacturers. By December 1st, the public was told. And just 1 day later, CISA mandated a fix for all U.S. federal agencies. This kind of rapid, structured disclosure is absolutely essential to get patches out before the problem spirals out of control. And I really want to emphasize this CISA directive. It's a huge deal. By adding these flaws to its must-patch list, the Known Exploited Vulnerabilities Catalog, it basically forced an urgent government-wide response. That just shows you how seriously this threat is being taken at the highest levels.
Okay, so we talked a lot about the problem. Let's focus on the most important part, your defensive roadmap. See, the whole point of this entire disclosure process is to empower you to defend yourself. So, what can you do right now?
The great news is the actionable steps are actually pretty straightforward, but it does require you to take a moment, pick up your device, and check a few things. So, when you go to update your phone, you're going to see a patch level date, the 2025-1201 patch. That's the one that fixes the 2 0 days we've been talking about. That's the absolute minimum you need. But if you see the 2025-1205 patch, that's even better. It includes all the previous fixes, plus more for hardware-specific stuff from vendors like Qualcomm.
And checking for that update, it couldn't be easier. Just open your settings, go to System, and tap on Software Update. If there's an update waiting for you, install it. Seriously, this is the single most effective thing you can do. Don't put it off.
And just remember, patching is critical, but good digital hygiene gives you another strong layer of defense. Keep Google Play Protect turned on. Be really careful about installing apps from outside the official store, and every once in a while, just take a look at the permissions your apps have.
And that really brings us to the final, crucial thought here.
This whole incident is a powerful reminder that cybersecurity isn't a one-and-done thing. It is a continuous effort. As researchers, we work around the clock to find these flaws before the attackers do, but our work is never truly over. The best defense is always a vigilant user. Stay safe out there.